This is Five and Friends. Five friends, five perspectives, all five. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode, everyone. My name is Zane, don't ask why, just put an I. And with me this week is Samra and Amna. How's it going, guys? How's everything?
I'm still kind of sick. Kind of.
Still
I have
sick?
I have a
My throat has been bothering me today, so I'm a little worried about that.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, weren't you, better? Didn't you get, better, and then now you got sick
I had the
again?
flu, then I got better, and now my throat starting today has been it feels more like it's tired, but I don't know why. It's not like I've been talking that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it's because I sang in the car, so I sang a little too much in the car.
You be sangin'?
I'd be singing.
Sangin'. in the
My
car.
voice is like, you can't do that anymore.
You're probably singing Wicked style, like you're on Broadway or whatever.
Actually, I did sing Let It Go to myself the other day, so yeah.
Tomorrow.
I was like, let it go, let it go.
Nice. Well, I mean, those both are not Wicked songs, though, are they? No, they're
Well,
not.
Well, Let It Go is
Let It-
Frozen.
Yeah, Let It Go is definitely Frozen. The first one.
Wicked is
Well, I meant to not necessarily be like Wicked, but just Broadway
oh,
style is what I
I
meant.
see.
Not
I
just
see.
specifically Wicked. Wicked.
It's funny that you said Wicked because I just I think it was a couple days ago. I saw someone post saying that, oh, this is my first time going to Wicked, and they posted a picture of the stage, and I was like, wow, the stage is very elaborate. I'm like, oh, I didn't.
Have you never gone? Have you ever
never
gone to
gone.
a Broadway play?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Living
nope,
in New York
nope.
City for how many years now? You haven't even attempted?
It's not that I haven't attempted. I just never. I just I don't know. Their tickets are too expensive, so I never did.
Okay, first of all, wait a minute. I'm going to call you out on this. You spent $200 watching WWE on
But
a screen.
which is theater, honestly.
Yeah, for
Theater.
the bulk of 2 hours. Yet you
Yeah.
will not spend even $75 to watch a Broadway play?
well, okay. Well, granted, for the first 4 years, the 5 years that I was living in the city, I was a college student, being poor college student, so couldn't afford it. Now that I can kind of afford things, I'm just like, I'll get to it eventually. I really want to watch Book of Mormon, but that's the one that's always hella expensive. I can never find anything cheaper than $300 for Book of Mormon, which is ridiculous.
You have to book out. If you book now for probably July, August, you'll be good to go. It'll probably be $100. But you have to book now.
I want that instant gratification. I want
Well,
to
then
watch
you-
the show next week.
Amna, you saw Book of Mormon, right?
I did, right? I saw Book of Mormon in its first run. So basically, the original cast, Josh Gad, who played Olaf, that guy,
Yeah.
he was in it. He was what's his name? I don't remember the name of his character. But he was in it, and it was amazing. One of the best shows I've ever seen. But I've seen a lot of shows. Saw Spring Awakening. I've seen other things, but
Yeah, I've seen quite a few. Not a whole
you-
bunch, but
It is funny that we're talking about this because I've just noticed today that there's been I've been coming across a bunch of ads for Broadway plays around the city and around Subway, and usually it's not as usually yes, obviously every single day you'll see some sort of Broadway play ad, but it's now for the past few weeks now it's been more than usual, and I think it's because it's Broadway week or something, or Broadway whatever month, where you can get it's restaurant week for Broadway plays essentially. You can get cheap tickets for things. So I've been seeing a bunch of Aladdin ads all over the city, all over. When I say city, I mean Subways specifically. So many ads for Aladdin. It's crazy.
well, you know
That's,
that you
the
can
big
go
one.
to Times Square, and there was that ticket booth, and whatever show still has some seats available, they sell it for some awesome discount price.
Is there ever really a bad seat when you go to a Broadway play?
Personally speaking, I mean, maybe there has
It's just a
been.
theater, right? I wouldn't assume so.
Well, like if you're sitting in the way, way, way back, then it kind of takes away from it, right? Because you're like nosebleed seats, and then like so you. I don't know. I just feel like it takes away from it a bit. That being said, is it really that bad? No.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be that bad. So it's not like I don't have to be in the front 3 rows to watch a Broadway play, right? Like I can just watch it anywhere. It's just a play.
I'm trying to think of a show other than, like you would like obviously Book of Mormon.
I
I'm
wanted to
trying to think of a
watch.
show you would like.
I wanted to watch Spider-Man, but then that got canceled or whatever. It got stopped. It's not on Broadway anymore.
No, it just stopped. Like the run stopped.
Yeah, so that's gone.
Did it get
I thought that whatever it's called. Yeah, like I thought it was cool because they got to like actually swing around you, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I would go there.
No, I
never did it.
enjoyed all the shows I watched.
Honestly, I feel like Broadway shows, it's like you don't think you're gonna enjoy it, and then you see it, and you're like, actually, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think that you would enjoy it. Now, Wicked is like one that I think
It's like a popular one.
yeah, I think you would enjoy that. Aladdin was good. I thought Aladdin was good. Okay, I'm gonna say I liked all of them, but I can say like Oasis Gone With Me for a few of them. He wasn't like a huge fan of. Well, he could care less for basically Cinderella, um, or Beauty and the Beast. He was kind of excited. Yeah, he was kind of excited for Aladdin. And then I don't think. I think he was,
Aladdin.
yeah, I think he was like okay with it. And then I'm just trying to say in a guy's point, but he actually thought Wicked was good. Like he didn't walk out going like, oh, okay, you know.
That Wicked is definitely on the list that I want to see. I really do I'm kind of interested in Aladdin. What was the other one that like I said, Book of Mormon was another one, but there was one more that I can't think of that I really wanted to see. It'll come to me. But speaking of Aladdin ads, there was also another one that I was going to say, Kinky Boots.
Oh, I
That's
saw
another.
that one too.
That's another one that I see ads everywhere for. Like that's like I don't know what their advertising budget is, but I see that more than the Aladdin ads in the past few weeks. And I think it's because they also have what's that girl from Pentatonix, that band? She's supposed to be like the lead or whatever. So it's kind of cool, I guess. It's kind of interesting, but whatever.
I knew knitting.
You know knitting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pentatonix.
You know what I want to see? Stomp.
Stop. I want to see Cats. That's another one.
You want to see Belize?
Belize.
You want to see Belize?
Yeah, I want to see Billy. Yeah. So what else is going on, guys? Anything?
Well, let's see. What did I do this weekend? Let me think. Hold on. Nothing, clearly, because nothing's coming to mind.
Right. Amna, you said that you watched One Day at a Time. I kind of recommended it off mic last week, and you saw it.
Yeah, so I did. I started it. So it kind of has like that cheesy sitcom feel, right? It has those moments, but then it's also a lot more serious.
Yeah.
In a lot of
I don't
ways.
think we explained it last week because we did it off mic. But yeah.
No, we did.
Oh, we did?
Oh, did we?
No, I don't think we
I don't
did.
remember. I thought we explained it that it was like they're a Cuban family. Okay, well, she's a Cuban single mom. She's a war vet. She has PTSD, and her, daugghter's kind of like a very left, like
I would say
very
very,
like
very left. point of
very
view.
left.
But
Her
she's
son's, like,
she's also gay too.
she's gay, but I mean, I'm not at that point yet where that's revealed.
Oh.
Her grandmother's very traditional
Whoops.
Cuban, very funny. I think she's a very famous actress, and I just don't know who she is off
Yeah.
the top of my head.
And the son is like the straight laced kid. Like he's the only one. that's,
Comedic relief
Yeah, the
son
comedic
type of a
relief.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough episodes to know a story.
How many episodes? Like just a few? Like 3 or 4?
I've seen like literally 3.
Okay. Yeah. But so yeah, because I wanted to hear your review for it because I was telling you guys, or I was telling at least Amina that the show is so awesome, and I thought it was like clearly what a modern sitcom should be, and that's my review for it. Is like that's such a good sitcom. It is done so well, But what do you think, at least?
Look, is it as good as Fuller House? No, I'm just joking.
Listen, Fuller House has had potential, but it's just like
No. This is what I think Fuller House is, and I appreciate it. No one's watching Fuller House because it's good. People are watching Fuller House because it's exactly like the old sitcoms. The thing is we've kind of edged out of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not like, that's not like what we want to see. That being said, like, once you get back into the groove, because I've binged it. Once you get back into it, you really, like, get used to it, and you enjoy it, because it's just, like, wholesome, family, friendly. And then they kind of stop by season 2 making references constantly.
Yeah.
And it becomes its own story, and that's when it's like, okay, this is, like, I can deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
But one day at a time is, I think, obviously better.
Yeah. It's just so cool that, like, each episode is so, like, it's just, like, each episode focuses, and then you're still in the first season, but the second season especially really focuses, each episode has a really deep theme to it, and you're just like, wow, it's really, like, at points it's even powerful. You're just like, holy crap, this is, like, it changes your point of view on some things. You're like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. So,
well, I like it because it's like you have two perspectives. You have like the daughter who's like very, very modern and traditional, and then you have the grandmother who's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, I don't know. I feel like as a first generation, like her, like them, we kind of are in the same boat where we identify with the traditional, but you're also like, man, it's kind of sexist. It's like rooted in pretty sexist stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then we kind of like ignore it. I don't know. So that's all you got to say?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know anything.
Totally watch it, Summer. Do it. Just take.
I have so many shows I have to catch up on that I have previously watched, and I completely stopped watching like the past year to 6 months. So I like have so many things I need to catch up on, and I just haven't done it. I want to. I'm not saying I don't want to watch anything. I feel overwhelmed taking on a new.
No, I totally get you, though. I totally get you.
Taking on a new show when I have like 50 million that I have to catch up on. I can't even, I have so many shows that I have to catch up on. I can't even remember some of the names. Like, I can't even remember some of them. But I know I have to finish. Like, if somebody says the name, I'm like, oh, yeah, I watched that show. I watched, like, up to season 2. I need to finish that.
I have a problem with, like, starting shows and then just never finishing it.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
Like, I just never like, for example, Stranger Things. Stranger Things, the second season. I watched it, and I didn't watch the last episode, and I waited on watching the last episode for weeks, and I don't know why, but I'm just like, oh, I'll get to the last episode eventually, and then it took weeks before I'm like, okay, I should probably just watch this one last episode to finish the series, and I did.
Yeah, but I haven't even started. Like, I saw Stranger Things season 1. Did I like the show? Of course. Have I seen season 2 yet? No. So clearly, I'm behind.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know when I'm gonna get. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of both of you. When I start a show, God knows I dedicate SVU, Criminal Minds, Supernatural. Grey's Anatomy. Once I go in.
That's commitment. That's so much commitment. I love it.
SVU is 14. No, SVU is, I think, 17 seasons.
I'm checking that right now.
Criminal Minds is 13 seasons. Grey's is on the 14th season.
There's 19 seasons for SVU.
Oh yeah, I'm caught up too. Just to let you know, I'm caught up on SVU.
Okay, Anna's like, once I get in, I commit. But once let's say she might binge watch like 8-10 seasons, right? Which is a lot.
8-10.
Okay, I'm not saying that's not a lot. I'm not saying that's not a lot.
That's unusually so much.
I'm not saying that's a lot. But all I'm saying is, here's an example. Once she's caught up, though, it'll take her about 3 years to, if the show's still running, another 3 to 4 years to finish what is
That's
current.
not true. I'm caught up with Grey's, SVU, Criminal Minds, and Supernatural. Here's the thing. I don't watch live TV, right?
No, but I don't think many of us do anymore.
Right. So it's really tough for me. So I think the only show I used to watch live, and it's been tough, because I think also it's like the community made it a big deal for me. So like at UConn, we'd all come together and watch like the newest episode of whatever. You know, like, oh, it's Thursday nights, we're going to watch Grey's, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm alone and I have no one. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it by myself.
Well,
So,
I have. Okay, sorry, keep going.
well, I'm just saying, Hulu has made it easier for me. So a lot of
My
shows
Hulu.
that I used to not be able to like watch until like the season came on Netflix, I can watch the new episode right away. But like Supernatural, I'm not gonna watch it until the new season's on, and sometimes the new season takes forever.
When's the last time you saw Bones?
Summer Bones is a different story.
When's the last time you saw Once Upon a Time?
Damn.
I hated Once Upon a
No,
Time. That's why I stopped
you
it.
liked it.
No, I liked it, and then I started to hate it.
See, here's my deal. Even if I start,
It got so once Robin. Sorry, spoiler. Once what's his name died, I was like over it. And then Emma turned evil. I'm like, I can't deal with this.
all I'm saying is, once I start a show, I can't stop. Now, I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in a while, but I know I'm going to eventually get to it whenever I can. But you haven't seen Bones, and Anna, you haven't even finished Vampire Diaries.
I have a season left.
It doesn't
Not
matter.
even.
It's been like 2 years.
I'm also really bad at finishing shows.
See, that's what I just said.
No.
Welcome to my boat.
Like I don't like to watch the last episode or last season of things because then I get
Me
sad.
too. And I want
So
to
like
talk to
I
you
didn't
about
watch,
it.
I didn't watch like I've seen Parks and Rec like 5 times through, but I still like I think I saw the last episode once and I never finished the show when I rewatch it. Or The Office, because I just don't like it. I don't like to end it. I'm like, it's forever.
I get what you're talking about because I've yet to see or rewatch, I should say, the last season of both The Office and Parks and Rec. I'm just like, it's too sad. Everyone's like all sad. It's like it's gonna end, so you're just like, I'll just watch the good moments. Excuse me.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
no, I totally get
well, I'll finish it and then I'll get really sad for like a day. Not a day, maybe like an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, I'll be like, and then I'll text Tom. I finished it. I feel so sad, or whatever. And then she'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, yep, got to get to that." And I'm like, I can't talk to you about it.
Yeah. Let me see. What else? I wanted to talk up to you guys about something cool that happened. And I feel like, and when this happened, so I shouldn't say when this happened. I should just say it. It's the Falcon Heavy. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? SpaceX,
What the
Tesla,
hell?
the Falcon Heavy rocket that that launched into space like 2 days ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I must catch up with my news.
Oh man. So
Xan was like, this is the biggest news of the week. I'm like, I don't think it is.
It's so big. I think it's big because I love space. I love anything when it regards to space stuff.
I find that so interesting, but I don't. Sorry, guys, I'm just out of it.
Well, you got an excuse. You got other things to think about right now.
Yeah, just when I don't need to think about something that I have to think about, like work or whatever. I should kind of just shut my brain off and don't do anything. And follow fashion bloggers.
What do? Honestly, I just watch Netflix.
I don't even watch any TV. I can't do it. I can't stay focused.
Speaking of Netflix, before I go on to the Falcon Heavy and SpaceX, I was gonna say, guess what I've been watching too? I've been watching, for some stupid reason, for the past 2 nights in a row, I've been watching Supermarket Sweep 2000.
What the hell are you doing with your time?
So Amazon, right? Amazon Prime they just released a bunch of old game shows on Amazon Prime. So one of them was Supermarket Sweep, and I remember that being my mom's favorite show, and I remember this watching as a kid. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me watch this. So every night for the past 2 nights now, before I go to sleep, I watch like 2 episodes of Supermarket Sweep. And it's just so fun. It's just so funny to me because it's like, oh, and like it's such a wholesome show, but it's like so cool. I think it's so cool that they got to run around the aisles to find clues and like get the item to come back and get extra 30 seconds on the clock. It's like so interesting to me. I love it. It's so good. Guilty pleasure of mine.
Well, I've never heard of it, but
I won't go into details. It's not the greatest show, but I love it. Yes, so back to SpaceX, Falcon Heavy, right? So you know about SpaceX, right? SpaceX is funded by Elon Musk, one of the coolest guys out there.
You know what? That's why I don't know about this, because if it's not NASA, I don't give a shit.
Well, it's pretty.
But it is
okay,
NASA.
Continue.
It is NASA. Well, it's not NASA, but it's like
It's not NASA.
But they have direct contracts with the NASA. Like they're a private. It's like SpaceX is NASA but private. Like if you think, yeah. So SpaceX, they did their test launch for the Falcon Heavy, right? So the Falcon Heavy essentially is, if you can think of an 18-wheeler being shipped to space. That's what the Falcon Heavy is, right? It's the concept, the proof of concept that they can carry enough. They can carry basically an 18-wheeler amount of like goods, materials, supplies, and ship it out. I say ship, but like launch it into space, into whatever the International Space Station, or what Elon Musk's goal is Mars. And he wants to kind of be able to be like, yeah, we can ship all these stuff, anything we want to, into wherever you want to, and be able to take that rocket and have it be landed back into Earth safely. So for leading up to the Falcon Heavy, they did a bunch of test launches with these smaller rockets where they were able to go into space, come back down, and land tail down, completely normal, right? Obviously, they had their pitfalls, but eventually they got that to perfection. And then they ramped it up to the Falcon Heavy, and as a proof of concept, they shipped out a Tesla Roadster, like an actual Tesla car, on the nose of the this rocket, to show you that we are able to now ship a car into space and have zero problems with it, and still be able to take that rocket that was into space and have it be landed back on Earth safely. And it's cool. And it's like, it sounds strange, but it's amazing if you think about it, because this is just one more step closer to landing onto Mars and being able to have direct flight to Mars and come back with no issues whatsoever. And like, if you go on their website, one of the things they talk about is like, it's another proof of concept that they were saying that they're going to try to install these huge rockets that you can go, instead of taking planes to different parts of the Earth, you can take a rocket, let's say from New York City to Shanghai, China, in less than 30 minutes. And you can do this just by going into space, and it comes right back down. And you can skip and you can skip the entire flight, all that issues. It's going to be quick, easy. You can get to anywhere anywhere in the world in less than 30 minutes. And I think that's amazing. I think it's so cool.
I ain't doing that.
Cool. Why not?
I'm already afraid of flying. There's no way in hell you're shipping me all the way outside of the goddamn atmosphere only to ship me back in. I'm not taking that risk.
Well, that's true. You have a fair of flights, but it's still pretty amazing that. And like, it's kind of like, there's videos of this on YouTube. Obviously, you can see the flight. You can see them launch the rocket. You can see the rockets land on Earth again. But one of the coolest things they did is that that Tesla Roadster that I mentioned, they shipped it out to space and they left it in space. So currently, as we speak, there is a Tesla orbiting around the Earth with a dummy. They call him the Starman. A dummy sitting in the Yeah? What?
There's a Tesla rotating around the Earth.
There's a Tesla, as we speak, rotating around the Earth.
Can I ask a question? Where the hell is it gonna land?
That's a good question. I'm sure they figured it out where it's gonna land.
Once the Earth's gravitational pull pulls it
Actually,
in.
no way. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't. See, don't quote me on this, but I believe they're not going to have that land. I feel like they're going to keep it orbiting around the Earth, and I feel like they're going to try to, as like a test, like actually have it be able to orbit around this, like, you know, like they use the sun's gravitational pull to kind of like launch things farther into space. I think they want to launch it farther to like reach to Mars and beyond. So I don't think they were. I don't.
Well, I know Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. Like he said it.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
He wants to.
That is his goal. That is the basically the outline of everything they're trying to do in SpaceX is to colonize Mars. That's it. That's just they just want to colonize Mars. Well, and I feel like, sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
No, and I just feel like it's such a cool thing because it's like, especially with Lalu, like your dad. This is something that he imagined, he dreamt of, and it's actually happening, and we're one step closer to it, and I think it's so cool.
I know. So I think cool. Our dad would have been so like. I don't know if he would have thought this was dumb because there's a Tesla, or I think he would have been like, "This is amazing. There's an actual car in orbit right now."
But that's what I don't like. I don't mind the whole colonizing Mars part, and he would have totally loved and been down for that. So that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is there's a car just up there. Like, we're junking our space now. Can't we just leave that?
Well, nice? You know, space is expanding and vast. So, are we really junking it by putting a car in?
Yes,
like
maybe around our orbit, it's junking it.
If they're just gonna leave it out there, like if they're planning on bringing it back in to see, like, can it do like whatever, some sort of amount of rotations around Earth and then, pull it back in, okay, maybe. But if they're just leaving out there, like, what if it hit something by accident? Like, aren't we going to be in, I don't know. I just don't like that. Just pull it back in and, like, it doesn't have the tech to be out there. It's not a rocket. It's a car.
That's true, and like I said, I'm sure I don't know exactly what's their goal with the Tesla being in space. From what I've read and from what I remember reading, I think they're trying to launch it farther into space. Don't quote me on that. That might be completely wrong, but I think that's what they were gonna do. If not, I'm sure they're tracking it. I'm sure they're gonna go grab it. I don't know, whatever. But nonetheless, though, I think it's just cool because they also had. Past tense, they had a live stream of a camera inside the car, and it's kind of cool because you can see when they first burst it open out of the rocket, you can see Earth right behind it, and like the joke was like, oh my god, this is the best CGI in the world, but it wasn't CGI, it's the real deal. To see the Earth's reflection on the car's door, I thought that was so cool. I'm like, oh my god, that's real, that's an actual picture of Earth. Or not a picture of Earth, but like an actual reflection of Earth.
So I have a question for you guys.
Door. Yeah.
Do you think the first moon landing was faked?
No. There's no way that it could be faked. There was.
Well, there's a way it could have been in a movie, like in a Hollywood studio.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's. I don't even know what I think. I just feel like those are so dumb for people to think that it was not real. Like there's documents, there's people who lived through it and talked about their experiences, and like there's all of this. Like why do we have NASA? Like if it was all fake, like why do we have all this technology? Why are people like Elon Musk going into space every other month? Testing these rockets if we didn't go to moon, I feel like it's too, I don't know, like I don't even know what to say.
I don't know, I'm just asking, like people thought Stanley Kubrick directed it, the moon landing, because he did such a good job with oh my god
The Shining.
No, not the one about him going
2001 Space Odyssey.
2001 A Space Odyssey, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of Apollo, but 100% wasn't right, so that's why I was freaking out in my head. But um, they were like, he obviously directed it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
actually
know.
met someone who was so adamant. They're like, no, it was faked, and I was like, I don't think I can talk to you anymore.
Yeah, like I don't like I can't formulate. I can't give an argument back. Like I can't respond to that question because it's just so far fetched to me. Like how can it not be real? You know, like it has to be real to me. It's real to me, damn it. Like I think, I
It's real
think,
to me.
like I think if there would be no Falcon Heavy if we didn't already try to do this in the past, and we did do it with
You know,
the
this car's
Apollo
gonna
missions.
fall on my house and I'm gonna be so mad.
The car is not gonna fall on your house. You good?
You're completely fine, Summer. I'm pretty sure it'll land anywhere. It'll land in the 70% of water of the Earth before it'll ever land to your house.
I know, like it's like one in a whatever.
But yeah, no, I just thought it was really cool. There, like Falcon Heavy is, and like I just think it's awesome that like it's just a proof of concept that we can actually send materials now, like 18 wheelers filled with stuff, essentially, like to dumb it down. Like we can fill enough materials in an 18 wheeler into this rocket and start the colonization of Mars. I think it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool, and then the fact that it's happening in our lifetime, and it's not happening in some movie. And that's one of the things too that a lot of people mentioned in on the internet in general was that like, oh wow, like you see those two rockets land back to Earth in synchronization, like they both landed at the same exact time, and you're like, that's the fact that's not CGI'd, that is not doctored in any way. Those are real people who worked on those rockets and on the physics, the math, the whatever you can possibly do to get that to work, and they've made it work beautifully. And it's just like, oh god, humans are so cool
Honestly,
sometimes.
all of this makes me want to watch Hidden Figures.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie yet, but I want to.
What?
I haven't seen the movie. I've never seen the movie yet.
Okay, for first of all, I've seen that movie like nine
Yeah,
times at this point.
seriously.
Because it was phenomenal, and each time I cry at certain scenes, it does not. I haven't. I still cry.
You still cry?
Certain scenes.
Yeah,
Certain scenes.
like the scene where she's standing up to everyone. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Somewhere?
I have.
I'm like,
I have to see the movie. I know. I'm doing myself a disservice by not seeing it. But I gotta.
yeah, you are. I can't even like defend you. I'm like, you're dumb.
It's one of those. It's one of those things. Kind of going back to our Netflix convo. Is like it's just one of those things where it's like, well, when it comes to movies in theaters, when I want to see a movie in theaters, then once it's out of the theaters, I completely forget about it and I just don't watch it then. And that's my issue. That's a me problem. like any movie that I wanted really see in the theaters and it goes away from the theaters, I'm like, okay, I'll see it on DVD or I'll see it on Netflix and I just forget about it.
Isn't it theater? Not theaters.
Theater?
Like I really want to watch a movie in the theater.
In the theaters?
You don't feel like you want to watch a movie in the theater?
No, I'm saying, isn't it theater, not theaters? Okay, never mind. I'm just trying to be grammatically correct.
Theater or what? I don't understand what you're saying.
Never mind.
Because I used the plural. I said like when I want to watch it in theaters.
He said when I want to watch movies in theaters. So I said, isn't it supposed to be theater? Like
I have no clue. I think it's just theaters.
Theater.
I mean, I was like you guys got what I was trying to say. I'm trying to say all theaters, so that's why maybe.
I get you. I'm just trying to understand this.
I don't know. But
my brain's just picking up on weird things now.
But yeah, I just wanted to discuss that because I think that was the biggest news of this week was the Falcon Heavy, and it's so cool, and it's going to be awesome. And I think the next flight, I don't remember what the name is going to be, but I think it's Dragon.
I don't want cars to be in space unless it's taking people to their destination.
Unless it's Transformers, am I right?
Yeah, unless it's taking somebody to a destination. But I feel like we're going to we turned Earth in a garbage can. We're turning space in one too.
But don't you
Space
think?
is going to take a long time before it becomes a garbage can.
Well, it will get there faster than we think if we decide to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No, it's true. It's true. But I mean, don't you think it's already polluted in a way
No.
with all of the satellite dishes in space, all the junk that's like up there from past moon landings and past like international missions that they've done. Like
No.
it's all up there. It's all floating up there.
No.
Where else would it go?
It's not polluted yet.
Well, it's also like there's space is a vacuum. It's not like we're like polluting the atmosphere, creating, and also nothing lives in deep like empty space.
Yeah.
It's inhabitable.
I don't like it.
So if
I
you
don't
throw
like it.
trash up there, nothing's gonna happen to it because it's just gonna freeze and float.
Now, I got a question for you guys in regards to space. Now, this is a question that everyone asks, but do you guys believe in aliens? Do you believe there's other life on other planets?
Well, what do you consider as other? Like, do I think there's some sort of living bacteria out there, living something out there? Then yes.
There's something like, but what do you? Okay, bacteria aside and like little microbes aside, do you think there's other maybe humans far, far in the?
Well, no, there's no humans.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't
I think
think
that's
that.
dumb.
Well, not humans necessarily, but you know what I mean.
Like, but intelligent life.
yeah, yeah,
Well, bacteria and amoebas are intelligent.
that's true. I guess in a way, that's true.
Well, yeah. By intelligent, we're meaning like not plants. Are we talking about plants?
I'm talking about Star Wars, essentially.
No.
No. So maybe I mean what I think it was possible. I mean, is that maybe millions of light years away and billions of years ago there were intelligent life like us that had evolved and grew and came and they had billions of years and then they died out and their planet got eaten and that's it.
But why?
And we wouldn't have known about it because it's millions of light years away and it happened way in the past.
I don't know.
One of the, sorry, do you have any? Were you gonna say something?
No, other than I don't know.
No, I was
don't
gonna say that one of the most interesting videos that I saw. This also happened this past week too. It was from one of my favorite YouTubers on YouTube, Kyrgyzstan. He's like this really cool like science like sci-fi type channel. Always talks about something really cool, and one of the things he talked about in this latest video was the Great Filter, which basically, to dumb it down, it was basically saying whether or not us humans are we past the filter, like through evolution, right? There was filters placed to kind of get to where we are now, right? And his theory was, are we at a place where the filter is up in front of us, where we're going to be weeded out to get to another sort of being, like years or millions of years down the line? Or is the filter behind us, and are we the actual first intelligent life in space, technically? And are we going to be the ones to start, if there really isn't any other alien life form in space, if there really isn't any, intelligent life, are we the first people literally in space to kind of get to start that? And it was a cool question to kind of present, because just like, are we starting this? Are we going to be behind it? Are we going to be filtered out by other space aliens, And it was a really cool video, and I'll probably link it, whatever. But I just thought it was kind of cool to see, like, maybe we are the first humans in space. And maybe we will start this huge revolution that billions of years down the road, we're going to be all over the solar system, just like Star Wars.
Well, if you watch Doctor Who, well, no one does here in this group.
That's why.
But if you watch Doctor Who, it kind of touches upon what you're saying, and it also brings in time. Like 6 billion years in the future, who knows, like where we'll be,
Yeah.
if humans will persist, if we evolve, if we, learn how to breed with other things. I don't know. And like, I can't even imagine, like people 100 years ago could not imagine the technology we have today. So imagine 6 billion years from now, like if we persist, what happens? And like it's almost incomprehensible. Wow, what could be. So who knows? That's why I'm thinking like previous life forms could have existed, and have literally evolved from cells and then, billions of years and then all went extinct and their planet died and their galaxy eaten up and we wouldn't have known.
Yeah. I mean, and like I'm gonna use an example from a really cool video game that I played in the past called Mass Effect, where it's like in that video game they were kind of telling about how there were humans before us, and like it was a cool concept to think about, where it's like there was humans before us, but they died because of this great filter, and like they died off because they couldn't sustain themselves, and they were also getting to the point where they were about to get, to colonize in different countries, different planets, I mean, and try to branch out of just Earth. They used Earth in the video game, but you know what I mean, like any planet out there. But then they got filtered out from just natural selection. And then that's when the whole, Jurassic Park's era started with the dinosaurs and everything. So it's kind of cool because like you never know. Maybe there were people before us, and we are probably like, and that goes back to the video where it's like maybe we are that filter that we weeded out those people in the past, billions of the years before, and now here we are going forward, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Honestly, it's mind-boggling stuff.
You can't even comprehend.
And I feel like half of this conversation we sound like we've been smoking something.
Yeah.
I know. At one part, I literally was like, "Do you guys think we faked the moon landing?"
And here I am talking about the great filter and whatnot, like like quoting Mass Effect of all things. But yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. I love
Summer's silent. She's like, I don't know.
Summer's only worried about the Tesla not landing on her house.
Like, we're polluting space.
Listen, guys, I told you. These days, when I have to focus on something, I focus. But if the conversation gets too deep, my brain can't handle it. I mean, I'm listening, but it's as if I'm...
Are you too tired? Is that it?
No, is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not like sleeping or anything like that while you guys are talking. I'm like listening to you guys. I just honestly, it takes me like 20 minutes longer to comprehend what's going on.
Summer, if you just don't care, then just say it.
No.
We'll move on.
I think it's very deep, and I don't have it in me yet.
Also, like, Summer is right. Like, this kind of talk, especially like time, theory of time, the fact that it's all relative, it's mind-boggling, and that's why the smartest of the smartest and abstract minds can think kind of in this way. Mm-hmm. It's really tough for like everyone to just be like, oh
yeah,
Well,
that's true. No, that's true.
It's especially tough for me right now.
Why right now, Summer? What's going on?
Just things are happening, and my
happening?
brain isn't working the same way. Neither is.
What does that mean?
Let's
What's going
just say
on?
Physically and mentally, I am not the same right now.
All right, fair enough.
It's like
I have no clue what you're talking about.
It's like my brain power is being sucked in another direction.
I don't even know what she's talking about. Are you sick? Is that?
All right. Let's get off this deep topic. Let's go into Kylie Jenner.
Why?
Not Kylie Jenner.
Why do we have to get into that?
What a jump!
I mean, because I'm
She had a baby girl.
I'm gonna mention that before.
Named Stormy. Actually, I think that name's kind of cute.
I mean, yeah, good for her. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on anybody having babies, but I just don't care that she had a baby.
I care that she is officially the richest Kardashian Jenner.
Why does that matter to us?
It doesn't matter. I guess it's interesting because I thought it'd be Kim Kardashian, but it's her.
Hey, Kylie, give me some funds.
Give me some of that money.
Why is Kylie the most richest?
Her lip kits are like amazing. That's why.
Like, she is worth like over $300 million.
Is it actually amazing? I mean, obviously I wouldn't know, but is it actually amazing, or is it just one of those things where it's like, oh, I endorse this product?
No,
It's
it's not that the colors that she comes out with are like these original colors. It's not that. Her colors are nice. It's the formula. It's a very it's hard to explain. The formula of those lip kits are, I mean, it really does last all day. It's nutso.
Nutso in the butt.
Exactly. It's just, you wear it and you put on a couple layers of this lip kit, and you're literally, at least my experience is, you're pretty much good to go for the rest of the day. You maybe need a touch up here and there, maybe.
Interesting.
But one thing about her lip kits is that they dry out your lips big time.
They do dry them out. So
like your lips become deserts.
So you need to definitely put on slather on Vaseline before.
You definitely need some petroleum jelly on them.
You know what I noticed? Okay, I don't even know why we're talking about lipstick, but it's just one of those things. Why is it all of a sudden a huge fad on Instagram to have these, like the really matte looking lipstick colors?
Dude, you're even behind. It's not even matte is in anymore. Lip gloss is back.
See, I have no idea. But whenever I go on the explore page of Instagram,
that's probably me.
Every girl who has a profile on Instagram has that matte color, and it's like, why is that suddenly?
It's not a color. It's not a color.
Well,
it's a.
I keep saying color, but it's that look,
the texture, or whatever.
Look.
It's aesthetic. Well, the matte was really big because you can eat with it and stuff, and it would barely come off, and the matte finish, not too shiny, was kind of in.
Mm-hmm.
And now what's coming back is a lip gloss. The only thing is, I hate lip glosses because food and your hair and everything gets stuck in it, and it's all sticky.
Yes, I agree.
But it's in. That's what's in right now again. So who knows? Next will be lipsticks again.
I mean, lipsticks are kind of coming back in, but
I like lipstick. I'm a big lipstick fan.
I'm good with. I mean, here's my deal: glosses, and it's not anything about glosses. See, this is a conversation I can clearly have. Glosses.
I love that we're really talking about. We have more of an effort to talk about lipsticks than we did about Tesla and actual space stuff.
I told you my brain power is not in the right sense these days.
All right, go on though. I want to hear this.
Glosses, Amna's right. It's like when you put Vaseline, petroleum jelly, whatever you want to use the term for, how it gets sticky, or hair can get stuck in it, or whatever, something. It that's exactly what the gloss does. It can get sticky and messy, and I don't like that. So whether I'm wearing lipstick or these matte liquid lips, I don't care. But as long as it dries, I'm okay.
So who determines what's in and what's out?
Famous people.
Yeah, it's
really?
always
Is
been
it just
like
one of those things? I always thought there was
the fashion companies, the beauty companies, big pharma.
Well, no, yeah.
I always thought it for some reason I always thought it was the fashion shows that happen, that those are the ones that are oh yeah, this is the new style that's gonna be picked up in the next, I don't know, year or something.
Yeah, pretty much. For style, yeah, it's the fashion shows.
What do I know?
That's exactly what Amna said. It's the the stylists, the beauty people, and all of that. They're all well aware of the seasons. I don't know. It's not like there was a committee.
Look, have you seen Devil Wears Prada? Just think about that, but with makeup.
Exactly.
Wait.
It's like these big wigs that decide what's in, and then they kind of push it out there, and the makeup people, they push new lines out, and then those lines are it's Kim Kardashian has a new set of lip glosses. Then you're like, oh, I guess lip glosses are in. Then all these celebrities are wearing lip glosses.
It's like a snowball effect. One person does it, then everyone does it, right?
I mean, isn't that the thing with guy stuff too? Like Jordans. Now it's like Kyrie's.
No,
or
not
Jordan's
really.
Still in. I guess
Jordan's always been in. Yeah. I see. Guys' fashion is different because we are pretty consistent. Our fashion has always been relatively the same. Maybe the designs have been different. Maybe the way it's been, like, the way it fits on you is different. But for the most part, it's been pretty much the same thing. I feel like. I don't think there's ever been any difference, really. Women's fashion, though, is definitely is all over the place. I can't even keep up with it. I don't even know what's going on half the time. Why would I want to know half the time? But, you know. You know.
I mean, you're also doing a podcast with two women.
I know.
We're extremely into this.
It's kind of.
You're talking to me, who's a schlub half the time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like,
Who literally doesn't change his like underwear for 3 days.
That's so true.
yeah, so
Poor Zan.
I'm literally the wrong person to talk to about fashion sometimes.
Legitimately. Guys, I'm not joking. Zan will come over and he will be the only one not dressed and ready to go.
Like, well, I'll be like, okay, let's go out or let's do this. And he'll be in his like ratted up, tatted up, gross flannel pajamas with the the Zarbon hanging out. Zarbon is like the elastic that you tie the pants with.
Listen.
And
Listen. It takes me 5 minutes to get ready. I can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
yeah, and you're gross.
So why not be gross up until that point when you need me to get dressed? And I get dressed and boom, I'm out. That's all I gotta do. All I have to do as a guy is put a shirt, pants, style the hair, put perfume, done. That's it.
Perfume.
Boom, boom,
it's
boom.
called a shower.
Or shower, whatever.
Do you just spray like Axe?
Oh God.
Do you not shower?
Yeah, no, I don't shower. I just put body spray on every single day.
It was the layered grossness that is.
Can I just mention one thing really quick? We're talking about layers of grossness and putting on body sprays. Why do Desi people not use deodorant?
They use baby powder.
They use powder, which is fine for like maybe 10 minutes until it melts off it with your sweat.
Side note, we'll go back to this. Side note, baby powder is good dry shampoo.
I did not know that, but that is a good side note.
So, because it soaks up all that oil, right? So it makes a good dry shampoo. That being said, going back to it, it does not consistently soak up new oils when you perspirate. So it's not good deodorant.
That is true though. Like I don't just freaking wear some, I don't know, like deodorant and like some spray. Like God, it is hell going through those bazaars in Pakistan.
Not just Pakistan, they do it here too. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like a lot of I'm going to use the term fob people, and you guys, all you fobs out there are going to get offended by me once again. Do not wear deodorant or anything. They'll wear their like baby powders, talcum powder, whatever you want to say. And then literally, you guys, I'm telling you right now, unless you're not a sweater, which is very possible. I know plenty of people who aren't. But if you're not a sweater, most people are, that baby powder is going to dry off in like an hour, 2 hours max. And then by the end of the day, you guys have sweated so much. And when you're lifting your armpits up, for whatever reason, stretch or holding on to something, it's
for whatever reason.
So to all you fobs out there who think that you don't smell, you probably do. And you need to wear deodorant. Just go buy some. It's not that bad.
I went to Jackson Heights yesterday to eat some food with my mom and my papa, and we when I came back, my clothes was embedded with solid smell, and it was kind of gross. And I immediately put that in the hamper. I'm like, I am not wearing this anymore. That's so
Yeah.
disgusting. I hate that smell. I hate the smell of walking out and I smell like Salin. I don't like
I
that smell
completely
at all.
agree with you. I
Like
hate
oil
that.
and Salin. I hate that smell so much.
I hate it. And, you know, that's when Febreze comes into play. Or lights, using air spray Lysol in the restaurant so you guys don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Yeah.
people. Let's get it's
Let's get real.
2018. And, like, let's start using scents and perfumes and candles to get rid of smells. Okay?
Yeah. You know, if you have access to a washing machine and those little things, what do they call the dryer sheets? You use those and then you use deodorant, okay?
Okay. I'm glad
Good.
we had this conversation with our viewers. For those of you, again,
Our viewers.
or our listeners,
You always say viewers, and I love it. It's funny. Our
We should just
viewers.
do a TV show.
our listeners, and for you guys, again, just a little, what's that public service announcement?
PSA.
You just, if you just don't think you smell, you probably do. So, just
That's going to be the
If
title.
you have to guess, then you
if
smell.
you think you have to wear baby powder, then just switch it out with like Dove baby powder. So not only will it block your sweat, it will also let you smell like baby powder.
Why do you want to smell like baby powder is the
Well,
question.
baby powder smells really nice, so I think it's a nice smell. I don't think it's a bad smell.
Like, you can get a deodorant that smells exactly like that.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Just go get, Secret baby powder smell or Dove baby powder. In fact, if you don't want to if you're thinking, oh, I have to use that stick on my armpit over and over again, I get you, my germaphobe free peoples. I get you. This is why you buy the spray version. And you never have to put those little sticks on your armpits
really
ever again.
I was like, did she really spray something?
That sound effect was beautiful. If they haven't gotten what I meant, they needed to hear that spray.
That should be the name of the episode.
I was gonna put the title as if you're gonna smell, you probably do. If you think you smell, you probably do.
That's a good one too. If you think you smell, you
I'm
probably
just saying,
do.
I love those spray deodorants. They're amazing because if you're a germaphobe, you're probably thinking, "Oh, I have to roll that thing on again," and isn't that dirty? And I completely get you, people. That's why I like the spray.
Good, and I guess that's probably the best way to end it right there. On that note, follow us on Insta and Twitter at FobandFriends, Facebook.com/FobandFriends, spelt out, no and sign, just spelt out, and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. If it's lower than that, just don't bother. Just keep it 5. We only like 5-star reviews, nothing less than that. And
you could do a 4 if you want to be kind of like a dick, but
see,
why not
if
just
you
give us the 5 at that point?
yeah, you might as well just round it up to a 5. Just why not? So see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
But